y'all. I had been thinking today about simplicity, and I had done a video and put it on YouTube not too long ago discussing my first practice of doing a crystal bathing, soaking of my feet. For those inclined, you can look up the spiritual meaning of feet. So I did an honor in that regard, and I simply put in there a cap full of olive oil, and I also put in some joy, and I had some crystals in the basin where my feet were soaking. That is all that went into the water where my feet were soaking and bathing in a spiritual ritual manner. And I said some words in the process, and that handled the business. And the universe was pleased because I was sincere and committed to the honor of the chakras that concern our feet. And so I went on a Facebook page and saw someone who had asked a question, something about, does anyone else use minimalist actions in regard to doing their magical practices? And she inspired me because I had been thinking on similar wavelengths. I just wanted to share that I have nothing against people that use a bunch of recipes and ingredients with their magical practices, and they have lists of things to include, things to get to make your magic work and be more effective and things like that. I'm not on board with such for me personally, but again, magic is a personal, unique journey. So I get ideas from others and others get ideas from me, but ultimately what we should do is follow our own unique signature styles. And as we're guided by the universe, we tweak and adjust accordingly, make alterations and so forth. However, I did want to share that there's some students, people in school, and young people who are on very limited budgets, don't have jobs, they're in school full time, and they love to do magic. And I don't want them to be discouraged because they can't afford to get some of the magical, quote-unquote, ingredients, the roots and the oils and the crystals and all that. You can simply go outside, and like I did, and I have collected rocks off the ground. Rocks have energy, they have their own beauty and strength and powers, and they are useful and meaningful in magical practices, and they don't cost anything. Just get them off the ground. I mean, I wouldn't go on someone's yard or on private property, but, public space, pick up some stones and pebbles. I collect acorns sometimes. I have gotten pieces of bark that come from trees, and trees are alive. They have energy, and they communicate with us. So you can get things that don't cost anything from the stores and online. And also, I wanted to share that the main magical tool that is the best is the mind. And what you can manifest in your mind that comes from your heart and practice, you don't need a whole bunch of gizmos, tools, instruments, and so forth. And I'm not against instruments, but I'm just saying some people are not so inclined from a budgetary standpoint or just for a personal preference issue. I'm not into all of the extra accessories. I pretty much do crystals, incense, and candles, and some other assorted items, but I don't get into all the ingredients, adding this herb and that spice and this spice and on down the line. I might put in one spice and some water and call it a ritual, and it works fine for me. So be encouraged. Just do what works for you, and don't be intimidated by all these recipes and listings of ingredients that you need, because the bottom line is follow your intuition, and the universe knows what you have at your disposal, what you can afford, and what you may even just have a personal preference for. So I'm about streamlining in areas, and I'm about, like she said, minimalist, and about simplification in some areas. So for those that disagree and have other means that delight them, more power to you, and all who do what works in your signature style realms. Thank y'all for listening. Bye now.